What happened to the Grizzlies? For the past few seasons, the Grizzlies have been one of the most high-flying teams in the league. Finishing as the second seed for the past couple of seasons, one would assume they are ready for their title push this season after some decent trades. Strangely enough, right now they are struggling and are down and out as the 13th seed in the Western Conference. Hello and welcome to the channel. Today, we will be discussing, yep, you guessed it, what exactly happened to the Grizzlies that led to their sudden downfall. Moreover, I'm sure all of you must also be wondering what the future looks like for the struggling team. Well, stick around to the end, as we answer these queries and more as we delve into the various intricacies surrounding the downfall of the Memphis Grizzlies. Without further ado, let us begin. To be very honest, the 2023-2024 NBA season has kicked off with surprises galore. No one would have thought that the Celtics would be this dominant. No one would have thought that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander would be in the MVP race. But most importantly, no one would have known that the Grizzlies were going to be this bad. Yes, folks, you heard that correctly. I mean, we all know that the downfall started from the Ja Morant suspension. If you all didn't know, Ja Morant was suspended for flashing a gun on a social media live stream. Well, the NBA does not take things like that lightly. On the contrary, it does not even take anything outside of the ordinary lightly. So no one was surprised when they slapped a 25-game ban on the rapidly rising superstar. Now, this was a big hit to the Grizzlies. I mean, Ja was easily their best player. His level of athleticism for a guard was unmatched, and thanks to his offensive and defensive abilities, the Grizzlies were a force in the league. He was supported thanks to emerging superstars like Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr., and it seemed like this trio would go on to win some titles, given their young age and immense potential. Little did everyone know that a 25-match ban was enough to completely destroy this trio and any future ambitions for the team. Don't get me wrong, even without Ja Morant, the Grizzlies are not that bad of a team. I anticipated they would weather the storm during Ja Morant's suspension and even maintain a winning record until his return. I mean, with players like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bane, one would assume that they would at least be in the playoff places, if not with the top two finishes they had with Ja the 2 seasons prior. However, reality paints a different picture. The Grizzlies had stumbled out of the gate and had one of the worst starts in the league. Did you know they lost their first 5 games, including defeats against teams they should have competed with more effectively? Now that is embarrassing. I mean, sure, this shows the importance and brilliance of Ja Morant, but it's embarrassing to be this bad if you're down one player. Sure, some of you might argue that his presence on the court is immense, and the fact that he averaged 25.1 points in 9 games after he came back, and the struggling Grizzlies going for 6 wins in 9 games, shows how much they were missing him. More importantly, he was really good offensively, averaging more than 25 points per game. It seemed as if the ban had not affected him at all. However, his comeback was short-lived. An MRI scan revealed an underlying issue in his shoulder, and hence, he had to get surgery done. Given the position of the Grizzlies at the moment, I don't blame him for opting for surgery. There's literally no point in pushing for the playoffs given their performances right now. But their lack of wins this season can't be all down to substandard performances, right? I mean, a team can't go from hero to zero just because they lost their main star. Yes, folks, there were other factors too. Let me go through them one by one. For starters, most people do not know that besides Ja Morant, the Grizzlies were also missing other players. Most importantly, after Ja, of course, is the absence of Tyus Jones, who was traded away in the offseason. Grizzlies fans would know him, as Jones played a crucial role in maintaining the team's performance during Morant's previous absences. Forget absences, he was a force in the team, even if Ja was playing. His absences disrupted the team's chemistry and playmaking abilities, leading to the Grizzlies having the worst-ranked offense in the NBA ever since Ja got banned. I mean, I understand he was not the best player to have, and he was more like a rotational player. But you need those if you want to compete at the top, and in this case, your main guard becomes unavailable. But letting go of Tyus was not the only absence that was left in the team. The decision to let Dillon Brooks go without a suitable replacement has also impacted the team negatively. I know you all must have clowned Brooks for his antics, but while he has had flaws, his energy and defensive prowess set the tone for the team. Trust me, his physicality was really helpful, and without him, the Grizzlies' defense has plummeted, ranking in the bottom third of the league. I don't know what they were thinking in letting go of such a player like Brooks. You need this kind of player in your team, just to add some ferocity and work rate to your game. But the Grizzlies did not do everything wrong when it came to trades. The acquisition of Marcus Smart was seen as a positive move, given his defensive prowess and leadership qualities. Moreover, he had plenty of experience at the top, and his contribution to the Celtics' recent deep runs in the playoffs showed that he can perform at any level. However, Smart's role as a primary ball handler has its limitations, especially in the absence of a true floor general like Jones or Morant. Sure, he adds some defensive tenacity to the team, and without him, the defensive records for the Grizzlies would be worse. But offensively, he's a big downgrade when you compare him to the player he's mostly replacing right now, Ja Morant. Okay, now enough with this negativity. Let us discuss what the future holds for the team. First of all, it seems pretty obvious that Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. have shown promise, but they're not equipped to carry the offensive load without Morant. What they need is another scorer who can not only carry the responsibility to score when Ja is not available, but also to share the role when he is. Bane's shooting abilities and Jackson Jr.'s defensive skills are valuable assets, but they struggle when thrust into primary scoring roles. I doubt that will happen though, as the Grizzlies will most probably just be waiting for the season to end and will start the next season with high expectations, as they will have a starting five of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., Marcus Smart, and Steven Adams. What do you think of this starting five? Do let us know in the comments down below. But most importantly, the team needs to invest in some players they can successfully rotate alongside this starting five. You cannot win the league just based on a good starting five. You need a good roster so that you can field a good bench. Just look at the Celtics this season. A big reason why they're doing so well in the league is because of their spectacular bench. The Grizzlies also need to invest in a blend of high-potential young talent and veterans so that they can not only stack up the talent on the bench, but also ready some players for their future. In the end, I would just like to say that while the Grizzlies have faced a rocky season, there is still hope for a turnaround with Morant's return and strategic adjustments for the next season. The road ahead won't be easy, but basketball is a game of momentum shifts, and the Grizzlies have the talent to bounce back if they address their key issues effectively. Thanks for taking the time to watch our video. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new video from us. See ya.